Hey, gang, there are so many important issues to discuss in today's political, cultural, and economic climate, and I can't discuss them all here. In fact, YouTube and big tech won't let me talk about it all here. And that's why I have exclusive, uncensored live streams on Monday nights to cover everything. On Monday nights, I share all my thoughts and answer your questions in an in-depth, casual format that prepares you for this upcoming election with the truth. Today, I want to show you a quick clip from a recent stream that I hope will help you think clearly about these important issues, as well as encourage you to join our movement. Join an upcoming exclusive live stream, and I'll answer your questions by clicking the link in the description below and joining our community of courageous patriots building a parallel economy. I look forward to seeing you over there.
Well, we have, of course, some people who are feeling really discouraged about this year, like Edward. He says, I'm increasingly getting this ominous feeling that big, dreadful things will happen this year. The Chinese cannot allow Trump to win this election. His policies will impact their economy. Assassination, invasion of Taiwan, the Silk Road. His policies of energy independence will hit Saudi Arabia and Russia financially. Policies of border control impact people and drug trafficking cartels, other countries. What do you think?
But first, how many UFC fans do we have out there? We know that the one and only Donald Trump is a huge UFC fan, as are the fighters of him. But have you ever wondered what they do to manage their pain? Well, you don't have to, because a fellow patriot and good friend to this channel is precisely the one who provides relief to that pain, and he's here to do the same for you. You know, gang, as we age, aches and pains we think of are normal, but they don't have to be. And that's where the groundbreaking medical scientist Clint Winters comes in. You've seen Clint on Fox. You've seen him on this channel. He's a world-renowned health expert who's unveiled a natural pain reliever that's taking the world by storm. It's called CB2. It's the 100% drug-free way to get full-body pain relief without dangerous meds, and it's the official pain reliever for the fighters in the UFC. And the best news, CB2 has no documented side effects after years of private testing. It's absolutely the future of relief. So whatever you do, make sure to click on that link below and check out Clint's amazingly informative report on how CB2 is changing lives by providing safe and powerful relief at a fraction of the cost of pain pills. Click on that link below right now.
Yeah, I'm partly with you. The powers that be don't want him to win. I'm not as freaked out about China, Saudi Arabia, Russia, or anything like that. They're not our enemies in the sense of the CIA, the FBI, the deep state. That's the enemy, because you have to understand what Xi and Putin and Mohammed bin Salman and Erdogan and Modi in India, what they're all doing, especially with this BRICS alliance, although Turkey's not in it, but what they're all doing there is they're trying to create a very, very different world order, a civilizational world order. And the globalists in the West, they're ambiguous towards. They like them in that the globalists are woke, and they see wokeness as a weakness. You can make no mistake. Putin openly talks about this. Putin actually seems to enjoy heckling our globalist elites, just how debauched they are and how pathetic they are, and how all they're trying to do is harm children. He basically calls them pedophiles. I mean, he's literally says satanic pedophiles. He doesn't say that. I've seen the tweets. So Putin is calling our leaders satanic. He hasn't said it in those exact ways, but if you put enough of the frames of reference and speeches together, that's what he's saying. Xi is saying comparable things. They love our globalist elite to the extent that they're woke, and therefore they're weak. They're morally weak, they're intellectually weak, and they see that translating into economic weakness, so that helps them dominate. They don't like our globalist elite when it comes to the way they've weaponized the worldwide economic system, particularly SWIFT, which was the international financial transaction platform that they kicked Russia off of, more or less, most of its central banks off of. They don't like the way they weaponized the economic system, and they don't like the way we still try to bully the world through our military. They much prefer Trump in that area. They much prefer Trump. They see Trump as someone who basically wants to end NATO. They see Trump who wants to go to an economic protectionist model that actually opens up markets for them. Yes, it closes some markets for us, as he did with the tariffs with China, but then that opens up other opportunities for China to turn in other directions, particularly Africa, what they've done. Keep in mind, too, the Belt and Road Initiative with China is also being challenged by Japan. Japan has its own Belt and Road that in many ways is even more effective than China's. China's is cheaper, but it's actually, the quality is far worse. So the joke is you could be driving down a road in Kenya and it's nice and smooth and wonderful and the lights are great, and all of a sudden you hit all these bumps in the road, and all of a sudden just all the indicators, directional indicators, end up disappearing, and everyone smiles. Well, the nice part was built by Japanese firm, and then you're on the part that's built by the Chinese firm. So the Japanese are beating out the Chinese in a lot of ways. They beat us out just with that Deming philosophy of high quality, high service, high value deliverability in their infrastructural projects. So China's got a lot of competition on the world stage that actually relativizes what we can do. So I will take issue with you. I don't think China cares necessarily who comes into power in the United States, because either way, it's going to have its challenges. It's the deep state here. It's the drug cartels here. It's this hemisphere. They're going to want to do everything they can to keep Trump out, and they will do everything they can to keep him out. The question is, how powerful are they? I happen to think they're not as powerful as we think. That's what I think Trump did. The majesty of Trump is he called their bluff in 2016. You are not as powerful as you think you are. And that's what the rest of the world sees in Biden. That's what the rest of the world sees in our disastrous pullout from Afghanistan. The rest of the world seeing in our just our failed and pathetic leadership with Ukraine, and the disastrous campaign that we've launched there that was doomed to fail from the moment it happened. It was so misdirected in all kinds of ways. So we're going to have to, but that doesn't mean they're not going to try, and that doesn't mean they're not going to hit hard periodically, because America could be a very brutal place. American power, when it's defending its interests, the interests of the deep states, can be incredibly brutal. Extremely. Just ask Cuba. I mean, regardless of what you thought about the Castro regime, I mean, we kept that place. Oh, and sure, communism played a role in it as well, but we turned that place into Mogadishu with all of the policies of just clamping down on that country. So we can be very brutal, and we're seeing that brutality now, and we'll have to see where it goes. So yes, strap yourself in. This is going to be rough, but the good news is they're losing. They know it. They've lost the people. They've got all the cultural power on the planet except for the hearts and minds of the people, and that's all you need. Just ask the Berlin Wall.
I hope you enjoyed that clip of my Monday night Insiders Club live stream. Join us live next week by clicking on the link in the description below and joining the coalition of patriots worldwide, building a parallel economy to return to our roots of faith, family, and freedom. Click below right now.